Okay, now, if I want to make the minor intervals, the key of C is pretty easy because in the key of C we have... Okay, so in our circle of fifths, the key of C minor, now if we go into the relatives down here, it's going to be down here, it's 3 flats. Now to memorize that, I probably would say start on A minor and work your way through the flats in the perfect of fourths, in the circle of fourths. So A minor has none, A, B, C, D has 1, D, E, F, G has, sorry, D, E, F, G, D, E, F, G has 2, G, A, B, C has 3. So I'm going up 4 notes each time to add an extra flat. C minor has 3 flats. So in the key of C minor, the ones that you make flat, the notes that become the sadder sounds in a minor scale are this one, and this one. So the 3rd note of the scale, the 6th note of the scale, and the 7th note of the scale. And in the C, it's really easy, just go flat, right? Or if we say did a different scale, let's say we did, we'll take those flats off. Let's say we did A major. Now A major, we know we have to have 3 sharps to get the major sound. Fat cat got. So I'm going to go to the F sharp, G sharp, and C sharp. I'm going to make them sharps. Now you can see this is a really interesting one as well, because all I have to do to make that 3rd, 6th, and 7th note, I have to flatten them by 1 semitone. So we know that 1 semitone below this note here, okay, here, G natural. So we need to make that a natural, because it's not G flat, because G flat would be a whole tone down. So we need to make that a natural. Take the sharp off. Same with this one. To make it a minor sound, F natural. So we take the sharp off. That's a semitone down. And the 3rd note of the scale, we have to make from a C sharp to a C natural. Now we get A minor. So the intervals in a minor scale, you have a minor 3rd, a minor 6th, and a minor 7th. You don't make the major second minor, okay, in a minor scale. It stays as a major second for both major scales and minor scales. Okay, now, if you have something like E flat, for instance, if you had to make an E flat major scale, and you had to say, well, what's the intervals between the notes? Now, I already know that E flat has 3 flats. If you don't know that, then a way to work it out is this tones and semitones. So you can go up by tones. So you know E flat, and then F. So let's do a major scale, G. Then we have to go to a semitone above G, which is A flat. And then we go to a B flat because it's a tone above A flat. There we go. And then we go a tone above that, C, tone above that, D, and then back to E flat. And you can see that when you're making an intervals between notes in a scale, you could also figure out what the 1st to the 5th note is, for instance, because you know that scale has a flat there. So sometimes it gets a little tricky when you have to figure out, for instance, a perfect 5th above something like F sharp, right? So we know that it's going to be space, space, space. It's going to be 5 notes up there. That doesn't sound like a perfect 5th, but how do you know that when you see it theoretically? Well, everything has echoes. The 5th note echoes for me, and F sharp major, well, that's got how many sharps? Whoa. So it's got 6 sharps. But I just remember with 5th notes, it's 5 notes up. The scale is always going to be it echoes the bottom note. So if the bottom notes are flat, say we're doing E flat, so it's 5 notes up, it's going to be a B flat. Okay, where it varies is with Fs and Bs. Okay, so if you've got an F and you want to make a perfect 5th above F, Okay, sorry, B's. Say you got a B. A B, a perfect fifth above B is not F. Whoops. Ignore that. We're over here. Alright, so say you've got a B to an F, it's going to sound like this. Tritone. So B has an F sharp in it, okay? Because if you look at the circle of fifths, B's quite a long way away from up there. So B major has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sharps in it. Okay, an F sharp. Alright, and the other one that's tricky is B flat. Key of B flat has, it's not going to be, the fifth note's not going to be the same up here. It's going to be a B, it's going to be an F natural. Because if it was an F flat, it creates a tritone, it creates an E. Okay, so B's the key you got to watch out for. Okay, intervals. What else can we learn about them? Counting them up. So say you've got an F and you had to make a major sixth above F. You can use a keyboard in your head and you can count, well, major sixth is 8 semitones. But if you don't know that, you can count up the scale of F. So you'd know that in the key of F there's one flat, it's a B flat. So you'd go F, G, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. So in the key of F you'd know that you'd have to count up 6 notes up the scale. So F to F sharp is 1, 2 is to G, 3 G sharp, 4 A, 5 A sharp, 6 B, B flat, 7 is perfect fifth, 8 is, oh, so it's actually 9. 9. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 for a major sixth. Yes, of course, because 7 is a perfect fifth. That's if you're counting semitones. If you're counting scale degrees, you need to know if there's sharps or flats. So don't forget. Counting scale degrees, you need to know. For instance, if you had to make a minor sixth, you'd know that minor scales, the sixth note of the scale is minor. So a minor sixth, you'd have to know D minor, the key or the scale of D minor. D minor has 1 flat. So let's make a minor sixth above this. So D is 1, E is 2, F is 3, G is 4, A is 5. So you would know that instead of a B, that's the sixth note up, it'd have to be a B flat because of the key signature. That one worked out really well because it was actually a minor sixth. When I think minor, I think flat sometimes, but don't get confused. Let's try another key. A. Hello, A. Let's go up 5 notes from there. It's going to be in that space. Oops. There's an E. So now, if I wanted to get the major seventh above A, or say I had to do a minor seventh actually. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now how do I know that that's a minor 7? Well, in the key of A, there are 3 sharps, fats, cats, and gots, and that one there is a G. So if I had a G sharp, that would mean a major seventh, but it's not. It's a natural. It's a minor seventh. And you also know with sevenths, the major seventh is a semitone below the octave. So G sharp. That's a major seventh. That's a minor seventh. That is not a minor seventh. Okay, a flat. Okay, so that's where it gets a bit confusing. You need to know the space between certain notes is not always going to be a minor third. Is not always going to look like that. Okay, because that just sounds like a major second. Because I'm using a C flat, which is actually a B. So you'd call that a diminished second because it's 2 notes down. Okay, that's enough for intervals. Bye.